What it do, surprise Shawty crew? So I know it's late, but I wrote this down earlier and I wanted to share. It is not Kingdom Spouse related, but it's come from different observations over the last week or so, and then just kind of what God's been telling me for probably like the last 3 weeks, okay? I'm gonna say that this, for me, applied definitely in the workplace, multiple arenas of work, and just really wherever he has you planted. Okay, so let's do it that way. So I titled it, You Are Rare. Okay, sorry about the dinghy. You are rare. So the first thing says, you are a breath of fresh air. And God said this to me when I was walking into the office, say probably about 2 weeks ago, because I hadn't been in a while. And literally I was walking in and he was like, you are a breath of fresh air to them. And I said, what? You know, like, don't be hyping me, God. Stay humble. You are genuine, sincere, and welcoming. So like friendly, but not like, you know, the extra attention seeking friendly, or like the flirtatious friendly, but just welcoming. People feel welcome and included and seen, you know, all those good things around you. So you're genuine, sincere, and welcoming, wholeheartedly and naturally. So it doesn't seem like you're doing the most or you're being extra, because it's literally who you are. It exudes out of you, and we all know that that's like Jesus living in us, right? Like Christ, like behavior, character, right? God in me, hey, right? So I wrote down charm and winds of change. And so he'd already gave me the year of breath of fresh air, and so I just kind of kept that in my pocket, you know. So I went to something else, and that was confirmed. That's what I was told. Like, you bring charm to this place. I'm like, wow. And not charm like deceptive charm, right? But literally like, okay, I just heard charisma, thank you, personality, character. You bring charm, right? Like, and make us look good, make them look good. And honestly, I hearing me talk, I can see how this applies to kingdom spouses, but that's not what we're talking about. But it could, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. And then winds of change, we usher that in. You usher that in as a child of God, especially when you are prophetic. Like what you speak, how you move, it is winds of change, okay? Put down joy, love, peace, and positivity. You bring that in, right? It's the God in me, right? That's what he gave us. I sing a song at church. I got joy all in me, can't take it away. What God gives to you, can't nobody take it away. Joy, peace, and love, right? And they can't take it away. But because God gives it to us, his children, literally that's what we exude. And all of this was confirmed, has been told to me, right? I like, literally God says stuff to me like that, and I'm like, don't be hyping me, don't be gassing me, Abba, you know, stay humble. But it's all been confirmed since he's told it to me. So you bring that into the workplace or wherever you're planning, okay? So then 2 more notes. So God is telling us this. He's reminding us of this, right? Making us aware and confident of it, but keeping us humble, right? So the 2 additional notes that I wrote were, there are some people who are mad about it, okay? And don't get me wrong, I've been, you know, I still catch some, you know, jaded comments and different things, and I'm aware, and I still feel things spiritually, but it hasn't been bothering me the way that it would have in the past, right? So some people are mad that that's naturally you, right? Like by nature, it's just who you are, especially if God has given you a seat of influence, right? So some people are mad about it because that's not, 1, their calling, and then 2, like not their nature. But of course it's not their nature if they're mad about it being your nature. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's not our nature to be mad about anybody's genuine nature. Do you get what I'm saying? So the same way other people are noticing it and, you know, they rock with it, it's other people noticing it and they're mad about it, okay? There are people that appreciate it, and then there's people who envy it. All right. And those are the same people who will try to mimic your personality, okay? Whether in front of you or not in front of you, they will try to turn it on, and baby, you can't turn it on. And even when they do it, it is fake. I wrote that down too. I've been noticing fake kindness and pleasantness. You can tell when it's fake. Now you got to get to a place to where you're really discerning and you know, like, oh, it's kind of like they're putting on a mask and it's not sincere. It's not at their core, right? I've been peeping a lot of that, but those are the people who are trying to mimic your personality and how you move and stuff naturally without trying, effortlessly, okay? Then there are others who are skeptical at first until more time is spent around you and the Holy Spirit allows them to discern your heart's intentions. I just had an interaction like that, and it wasn't like skeptical, like they were just kind of looking like, why you being nice to me? Like, why you acting like you care? Like, kind of like you must want something or you have a hidden agenda or something. No, I'm actually just like this. I don't want anything. And I could tell after a while and after talking to me, you know, like, okay, like, you know. So there are some, because it's rare. What did I title this? It's rare. Usually you got to watch the people who are smiling in your face. But those are the fake people. Like the smiles, it's like plastered on. Like I can always tell because people are like, that's not sincere. That's not a genuine smile. That's not genuine happiness or pleasantness. You get what I'm saying? And so it's rare when you are truly like that. And so I have been catching a bit of, wait a minute. And then after they spend time with me, right? Like, wait, this is just who you are. 1,000% just who I am, right? So some people are mad about it. Some people are a little hesitant. And then, of course, y'all know all of us, we are like this naturally, right? We rock with each other. We usually pick up on it. But then if we're not in a good discerning place or we're not seeking God for our relationships, we can get tricked and deceived by the people who are plastering it on and trying to mimic it, but that's not who they truly are. And so the last thing I wrote down was, we are in a season where we have favor with man, okay? Favor with mankind. Like, we ain't got time to be worried about the people who mad about it, right? We're not getting bent out of shape about that. You gonna keep being you because that's who you are authentically are. That's who you are authentically. God is building your confidence and awareness in that. Don't change. And y'all remember the heart check we had? Like, everything in us want us to not be like that. Don't. Your heart is a gift from God. I know a lot of us, we've been through so much, right? We've persevered through a lot. We've had to forgive a lot. But again, God made that easy because it's him, right? We've had times where we didn't want to be like this anymore, where we wanted to, like, you know what, I'm going to be less friendly. That ain't it. He's just made us more wise. And I had to thank him for that earlier. Like, you know what? You was never telling me not to be like this. You were telling me to maneuver smarter. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. And for so many of that, we are truly like, so for so many of us, we are truly walking into a season of like embodying that, growing in that, walking in that. And it's because of everything we've been through, because God is favoring us, right? We've done the hard work. We're seeing that favor with man. And I'm seeing it, y'all. Okay, so I just wanted to confirm that for somebody, maybe even point it out for somebody, right? Just like I had told y'all on the live, sometimes it'd be like, hey, like, you siphoning my energy? Like, what's going on, right? Because you got to watch those people. It's like you feel like that because they're trying to take it away from you. And now you drained and you don't know what's going on. We naturally produce it. We're naturally this way because we're connected to God our Father in heaven through Jesus Christ. We're led by the Holy Spirit. You get what I'm saying? So be mindful of who you're letting attach themselves to you, but be aware of how he got you planted there, and be mindful of how he's sending you out. You're rare. You better know it, okay? You better know it. I love y'all. Have a good night.